I've been working on Project Pan for over a year now, and I've learned a lot along the way, and I've used a lot of products along the way as well. Let's do my Project Pan makeup routine and talk through some of the things I've learned, takeaways, and whether or not I'm going to be continuing it for another year. But first, I have to show you guys I just washed my brushes, so they look real pristine right now. Fun fact, I actually don't use a traditional makeup brush cleaner. I just use a shampoo. And it does the same thing. But first, if you're new here, my name is Crystal, and you can call me Chris, and we chat all things mind, body, and planet on this corner of the internet. So I hope you guys stick around. I'm gonna do application a little bit different with the Say Super Glowy Gel and the Ilia Skin Tint. I'm actually going to apply it to my hand first rather than directly applying it to my face. And oh my gosh! I think we just finished the Say Super Glowy Gel. Look how little's coming out. I think we're done. How exciting that we finished that on this video. I love when it didn't break. I love when I finish things on video. I feel like it's so satisfying. It shows you that what we're doing here works. You know, I'm not just saying I finished something and throwing it away. I actually finished it. I literally finished this. I've always wanted to open it up. Oh my gosh. Ah! Oh wow, look at that. That is what it looks like on the inside of a Super Glowy Gel, just this little pouch. Wow. Okay, count this one panned. So I have the last bit of a Super Glowy Gel, and I'm gonna mix that with the Ilia Skin Tint on my hand before applying it to my face. The first thing I have to admit is that I've been doing Project Pan for a year, but it feels like it's gone by so fast. Like, it doesn't feel like I've been doing it for a year. In fact, I know when I first started, I was like, wow, this is going to take me forever. But as I go through products and I try new different techniques as we've been doing throughout this process and this series, and pushing myself to use products that maybe I normally wouldn't use, but I bought because they're trendy, the time flies by really fast. And that brings me to number one. I love the challenge of using something up completely. We might finish up the Trestique as well today. Super exciting. I love the challenge of using new products, pushing myself to try new things, getting creative with how to finish up products. Some things I realize I really love. I love certain techniques or certain routines when it comes to makeup and my beauty products and routines, but there are definitely other things that I realize I don't love as much, and I don't feel like those are things that I would have realized had it not for starting a Project Pan in the first place. So for example, my Project Pan isn't just my makeup items, but I've also been using things like hair care and skincare and making sure that I'm using through all of those things before buying new stuff. And one of the things I bought but never actually ended up using because I didn't know how was hair gel for clean girl aesthetic slick back looks. And that is one thing that I've learned a lot about is how to do a little slick back look. You know, I got like the little slick back hair, I got the braid going on today. And if it weren't for putting hair gel in my Project Pan because it was just sitting in my closet and being unused for so long, I don't think I would have pushed myself and feel the challenge of how can I use this? How can I get better at doing something? I think it's really easy as you get older to not push yourself to do and try new things. And I feel like this is such a good opportunity to try those new things because you have a good excuse to do so. So it's really helped me understand my personal style in ways that I wouldn't have if it weren't for starting a Project Pan. The contour that just keeps giving, we have this much left. This is the one by Merit. And on the note of discovering my personal style and understanding what I like as I get older, I love the confidence that has given me every day moving forward. After I realize what I like, I feel way more confident in putting together outfits, putting together makeup and hairstyles, because now I know exactly what I like and how I want to do it, how I like to do it, really. It's helped me get ready faster during the day. And it's also helped me be a lot more confident in choosing new products whenever I finish something, because I know, generally speaking, like what kinds of things I've enjoyed in the past and then what kind of things I haven't really enjoyed as much. So I can be more aware and more intentional with my purchases. And the confidence is something that I wasn't expecting when starting this kind of challenge. Here's what we have left on the cream highlight, the Glossier Halo Scope. Still just a teeny bit, but a little goes a long way. So I feel like this is taking me 10 years to use up. This is a good example for my next point that I want to make is I love getting creative with products that I don't love as much or they're taking me forever to use up. When I have products that I'm not as excited to use up, or maybe I don't like them as much as I thought I was going to like them, I love getting creative and trying to figure out more unconventional ways to use the products that work for my life and what I like using. So like this is a good example because I had not used a cream highlight before buying this, and I realized I like more of a powder highlight because I can use it in a more versatile way. However, a cream highlight I love using for a date night, or if I'm like going out and about, a brunch even, and I use it on maybe my shoulders, on my collarbone, even on my legs sometimes to give it a glowy look. And that's not how this is intended to be used, but it works for me, and it allows me to continue to use the product and get more value out of it in a way that I like more. A couple of other examples that I've learned along the way for doing and getting more creative with my products is I've learned that I don't really love super scented lotions. So what I've done is I will pair a super scented lotion with one that is unscented that I do love, and it makes the scent a lot like less, like it's diluting the scent, so it makes it easier for me to wear and actually use up the products. Another thing, which is actually something I did today, for my slicked back hair looks, I will use not only a gel to get like flyaways out of the way, but I will also use like a hair oil or a hair mask in order to get the slick back look as well. And that helps me use up products that I historically haven't been good at using. All right, blush. We're getting really close to finishing up the Mob Beauty Cream Blush in the shade M70. I think I'm ready for this one to be done. I think I am. I'm ready to move on to something else, even though I love this one. And I think I will repurchase this when all is said and done at the end of this. But I'm just ready for like another color, I think. But on to my last point here is that I love getting ready every day. Before this, I just didn't really get ready. I think it doesn't help that I work from home. So it's really easy for me to be like, I'm just gonna throw my hair up in a bun and not wear any makeup and then just wear like a t-shirt and sweatpants, which I still do some days. I still do. Do not get me wrong. But challenging myself to do a project pan has really helped me understand and like really look forward to the process of finishing product. Therefore, I wake up and I'm like, I can't wait to get ready for the day. It actually makes me feel like I'm going to work or getting ready to go to work rather than just walking down the hall into my office. By the way, I'm using the Huda Beauty powder. This is the Cherry Blossom Cake Baby Bake, which the more I use it, the more I really love it. So a win for Project Pan is experimenting and buying the mini size instead of the full size to make sure I do like it before buying a full size product or something and being like, oh, not for me. So yes, Project Pan has really helped me get ready every day and look forward to getting ready every day and feel more confident about my personal style and make me feel more creative. And like, it feels so silly to be like, oh, let's figure out a way to actually use something that I wasn't using beforehand. It feels silly. It feels small. Like, why would that even really matter? But I hate to admit, it does matter. I feel way better about myself. It makes getting ready for the day feel like an event to look forward to rather than something where I'm snoozing my phone alarm to wake up until like the very last minute before I have a meeting. Okay, and I'm still working through the Jones Road Beauty Mascara. I'm loving it. So to answer the question that you all came here for, is it worth it? Is starting a project pan valuable? Are you gonna get something out of it at the end of it instead of just forcing yourself to use things that you don't really like using? I have to say the answer is yes. I do think it's worth it. The lessons and things that I've learned over the past year have really shaped who I am, and it's helped me understand my spending habits, my personal style, and feel a lot better about my choices rather than feeling conflicted by trendy things happening online and what I actually like. So if you've been considering starting a project pan, or maybe you're in the middle of a project pan right now and you're considering giving up and stopping it, then let this be your sign to do it. Keep moving forward because you will learn lessons and things that you just didn't think were possible if you just keep pushing through this uncomfortable part of Project Pan. Plus, you're going to feel so accomplished by the end of it. I remember a time where most of my makeup would not fit in something as small as this bag, and I still have a second bag with things like eyeshadow palettes and extra flippies and things like that, and I'm still planning on using those. So Project Pan is not over for me, even though I've been doing it for a year. But the thing is I don't want it to be over. I love getting to pare back my makeup and coming to a more minimalist routine filled with techniques and products that I love doing and I love using. Like, that is just the best thing that I could have done for myself. And here is today's makeup look, sponsored by my very own Project Pan. It looks so good. Like, I feel like I'm getting really good at this as we continue moving on. But let me know what you think. Have you been liking doing a project pan? Have you learned similar things like I have? Or maybe you've learned something that I didn't mention, because I want to know what benefits you've gotten from just paring back and committing to using up your makeup and skincare and beauty products. I just feel like there's so many things you can get out of just doing something as simple as this. If you like this video, give it a like. Make the YouTube minions happy. If you want to see more things like this, subscribe, because I post every single week, sometimes twice a week, depends on the mood. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!